ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more Gundam building. So, last time we took care of the left and the right arm. These are done. That could actually be pressed in a little bit more. I think we're... Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get. Okay, cool. So now we got to do the shoulder for this bit. Now, where the hell... I need ease. I need actually all that ease, so that's going to be right here. The last time we were here, I was talking about... What the hell was I on about? Breaking this. Fantastic. Thank God that was nothing important. That was just the piece that mounts us into place. Anywho's... Wait, really? Oh, I'm actually a little disappointed. I kind of liked the... What was it? I think the Doga? I think it was, where you actually had to build the little spikes for the individual bits. I actually kind of liked that. Alright. Not the greatest master grade build I've ever done, but granted I haven't done many. I gotta show you guys my master grades. But, anyway. Yeah, there was this woman that I was selling Wii U games to, right? And for some reason, she came in with like the most wicked attitude possible. Like, she came in, she was annoyed, but whatever. She wanted to sell her kids Wii U games, right? So I'm in the middle of going through her stuff. Now, understand something. When you come in, we have to examine everything. That sounds nuts, but gotta make sure that you're selling us good stuff. That you're not, you're not selling us anything broken. That you're not selling us anything that's generally crap, right? Like this, exactly like this, where pieces don't want to go where they need to go. Slot into the slots they need to slot into. There we go. There we go. We are doing things now. We are going to places. I'm assuming. Where the hell do you? Wait, did I do this like backwards? I did this backwards. Oopsies. Thank God I didn't go to the point of no return. There we go. Cool, there's our shoulder mount. Okay. Neat. I just gotta mess with this a little bit, try to shave off. Okay, good enough. Anyway. See, we have to go through your stuff to make sure that what you're selling us is good. There we go, there's our arm. Anyway, yeah, so she didn't understand this, right? So she sees that I have to go through everything, that I have to search her stuff. So rather than, just understanding that, she decided to start opening up all the cases and flipping them upside down to show that the games were there. And I'm like, no, I have to actually look. Oh boy, there goes my Gundam. Bye! There we go. So she's getting all annoyed that I have to wait, I'm wasting her time. But, whatever, right? Oh, I wasn't missing it. Oh, wait, did I just make the head? Oh, why did I think... Huh. I don't know, I felt like there was more to the head than anything else. Okay, whatever. So this woman, she, I guess, is trying to make this as fast as possible. So I have to go through all of her stuff, and I'm like, alright, well, by the way, you're selling the console, I do have to examine that as well to make sure it works, because I'm not going to give you $100, $200 for a device that doesn't work. That's just basic logic. Some GameStops might. Me? No. I'm here to do a job. I'm going to do the job. That's the way I look at it. So... Oh, what the... Microfiber. Get out of here. So, I'm going through everything. I'm turning on her console. And as I'm going through everything, I hear her go, oh, so slow. Like, lady. Chill. One human being, I can only do so much. And mind you, she's only... I don't know how long she was online. It was a busy day. But, I was working with her for a good maybe like 10, 15 minutes. But mind you, she had like a bunch of games with her, controllers. So it wasn't just one or two things I had to look at. I had to look through like a closet worth of crap just to make sure everything was good. Oh, I feel stupid. Okay. I feel that much dumber. Anyway, yeah, so I had to go through all of her crap. So I hook up her Wii U to test it, and I'm like, alright, so everything seems working. Now let me reset it. Let me do the fun part. I go to reset it, and then, surprise, surprise, for some reason, I don't understand why people do this, because it doesn't really protect their kid or their kid's account or anything, but there's a parental pin on it. I go up to a woman, and I'm like, ma'am, there is a a parental pin on your console. Do you know what the code is? So she looks at me like I'm supposed to know her passwords, and she's like, no, I don't. So I'm like, okay, with that on the system, I physically cannot, you know, reset. I physically can't take your console. If there's a pin on it, then that means that other people are not going to be able to hook up the internet to their console now. So for those of you who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, put it this way, the perspective, right? You just bought yourself a Wii U for some reason. Why, I don't know. But you bought a Wii U. And you find out for some reason, for some unknown reason, the console you just bought, you can't connect to your home internet. You log into it, you get it all set up. So for some reason, you get your Wii U, for whatever reason why you have a Wii U, or why you're buying a Wii U right now, I have no idea. But you're buying a Wii U, you hook it up, you bring it home, and for some reason you can't connect it to your home internet, right? Why the hell can't you do it? Well, you find out that some other person, a parental pin, is locked onto the system. Now your question is, well, how do I get this account off? How do I get this pin? Ow. Ah, motherfucker, ow, that's a deep cut. Ah. Okay, well, we're going to finish this up anyway, and then I'll worry about that. I might have to put a band-aid on in a minute, but we'll see. Anyway, so you try to, you try to deactivate this account. Guess what? You can't, because this other person's PIN number is on there, and unless somehow you magically get that passcode, you ain't getting that off. Not without at least Nintendo's help, but they're probably not going to just, there we go, throwing stuff all over my desk. They're not just gonna let you get into that without proof that you actually own the console. I don't even think they service those consoles anymore. I think they've discontinued help. So if you buy a used Wii U now, yeah, sucks to be you if it doesn't work. As cruel as it is to say that, that's just how it is nowadays. Anyway, yeah, so if there's a parental pin on that account, on that system, I keep saying account, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're not disconnecting it. You're not going to be using that console. Or at the very least, you're not going to be hooking it up to the internet. Now, technically, nowadays, do you need it? Probably not. I doubt that you're going to need to hook it up, especially for the fact that you cannot, you can't use online features anymore. So there's really not a whole sweat to it. But right now, that's not the point. What the hell? Did I put this backwards? No. Wait, no. Wants to go. This is asinine as hell. What the like, does it, oh, what the Alright, we're gonna take that out and we're gonna put this in. Oh, this is so stupid. Holy God. What numbnut came up with this idea? Why didn't they just put this in one piece? You could have saved us all the trouble and just made it one piece. This must be the cod piece. I'm bleeding a little bit. It's fine though. I'm okay. Not a big deal. Don't worry, YouTube. It's not a massive amount of blood. I'm not bleeding out. I don't need a doctor. What do I need? I need this. Which is this piece. I think. Yes, it is. So yeah. So I find out that there's a parental pin on this console. And this mom starts going nuts. She's like, well, why is that there? I'm like, I don't know. Your console, you tell me. What the hell's Timmy looking up that you need to put a parental pin on there, Anyway. So, She has no idea why there's a parental pin. I go, well, do you know any possible passwords it could be? Like, what would it be? Just try it, see what happens. This woman's already giving me the attitude that she just does not have the patience for any of this. But, you want to sell it to me, sucks to be you. You're going to put this damn password in. She's not getting it in, it's not working. So she's getting all frustrated. And she's like, you couldn't have told me that that was on there before you had to go through all that? So I look at her, I'm like, ma'am, how would I have known that you had a parental pin on there without turning on your console? I'm not a mind. Like she just started getting very confrontational. She's like, well, you should have known beforehand. I'm like, how? I'm like, let me ask you something. How do you know that there's something wrong with your car if you don't turn it on first? I mean, okay, granted, if you see stuff leaking, you could probably visually see something like stuff. But generally, the point I'm trying to make is, how do you know there's something wrong if you don't test it in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know there's something broken if you can't physically see it? So something like computers, like tech, how do you know there's something wrong with it if you're not messing with it? If you're not turning it on? If you're not trying to work with it? And where the hell? Okay, so this goes like, oh, this is weird as shit. Okay. Strange, it's neat, but it works. That one. No, B, you. I'm like, what are you? This thing, number 5. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Come on. There we go. Fantastic. But yeah, that woman got all fed up. She's like, just give me my stuff. I'll take it somewhere else. Like, okay, cool. Bye. Bye. Or I've had people like where I'll give them a quote and they get very offended and they storm off, and I'm like, why are you getting offended? This is just business. Like, I didn't tell you that anything about you. I just said, hey, your merchandise is not what we're interested in. So I'm only going to quote you X amount of money. People get offended at that. I don't know what the hell their problem is. I don't know what I did to you. I didn't poop in your coffee this morning. I didn't do nothing to you. I don't even know you. I just come to work. Oh, by the way, like just, I don't know what made me think of this. I don't know how pooping in coffee makes me think of this, but I remember when the PS5 got announced. Oh my god, that morning sucked. Like the night before, I think I was with my ex. Might have been with my ex at the time, right? I don't remember what it was, but anyway, announcements came out. PS5 up for pre-order soon. Get ready. Like everyone's like, yay! And I'm like, okay, cool. PS5. I mean, not really something I need, but okay, cool. And then I find out that I'm working the morning of the PS5 pre-orders when they open. So I'm like, yay, PlayStation. Wait, I have to work. Fuck. So I'm like, okay, guess we're doing this. Whatever. So, gotta work the pre-order, right? So I go in, and now at the time I was a manager, right? I was what rank was I? SGA, that's what it was. Senior guest advisor, senior game advisor. I always got the two mixed up. I don't know what the hell I was. I just know that I was a role of something. So I'm a senior thingamajig, and I have keys to the store, so I can open and close when my boss needs me to. I can count out the register, things like that. I'm a shift leader, basically, right? So I go in, and I go in, I talk to my boss, I'm like, oh, so pre-orders are out today, right? She looks at me and goes, no, they're not. So I look at her confused. I'm like, what do you mean they're not? We all saw the trailers last night, or the night before, I can't remember when it was. What happened? So she looks at me and she goes, Walmart screwed us. I'm like, come again? I'm like, how did Walmart screw us? What'd they do? Apparently, Sony announced, hey, tomorrow's going to be the drop for the pre-orders. Not Sony. Sony said that's what the drop was. However, Walmart said, ha! Screw that, we're gonna get a jump on the competition. And they decided to do it right then and there. So immediately, for some reason, Walmart had the rocket scientist idea of, we're gonna do our pre-orders right now. So what do you think happened next? That moment, everybody and their grandmother started doing pre-orders at GameStop, Target, the other companies. They opened up. Let me explain to you guys something called Street Date. I don't know if any of you know this, and this is a universal thing. This isn't just United States. This is out in Europe as well. Anywhere that sells video games, anywhere that complies with release dates. Oh wow, that's actually getting bloody. I might need to take a stop. I might need to stop and get a bandage. That's actually starting to bleed a little bit. Like it's actually starting to drip. Might need to take care of that. Anyway, anywhere that does pre-orders, right? If you can pre-order a game in your country, yeah, we're fine. A little bit of blood ain't gonna kill me. If your country does pre-orders, then your country most definitely complies with street date law. And what that is, say my channel is making a game for some reason. I don't know why. Well, we're just gonna say that, right? We're gonna say that my channel is making a video game, and I go to GameStop and I say, hey, I will sell you my game so that way you can go ahead and sell it to your customers. However, you and your competition must all sell it on this specific day because this is when I want it to be sold. So, just throw a date at you. I'm going to say March 15th. March 15th is when my game is to be sold, no earlier, no later. Well, okay, you can sell it later than that, but just, you can't sell it earlier than March 15th. That is it. That is all there is to it. There is no ifs, ands, or maybes. That is when I expect you to be selling this game. So now, say a company decides to do a big brain move and sell it early. Sell it before, sell it on March? Hell no, we'll sell it, in January because YOLO. Yeah, guess what? For every copy that they sell ahead of time, that is $1,000 fine because they broke street date. They sign a contract, mind you, agreeing to this. Sign a contract. So now you're breaking contract law. That's what's happening. You are breaking a contract. And with that being said, now that you're breaking a contract, yeah, you're holding yourself liable. So that's a big no-no, especially if it's an online game too. Now what you're doing is you're opening up the possibility of piracy, cheating, so forth, so forth. Because the servers aren't online yet, so if people are already able to fuck with it before the game actually releases, you're giving people an opportunity to mess with your game before they really should be able to do things. Apparently I have to put a sticker here. I don't know what the hell kind of sticker goes on a foot. Why can't you guys just use numbers? What the hell is that? Okay, wait. So at least that's in English so I can understand what they want there. What is... Okay, figured it out. It was these stickers. So I actually put it on the foot. It's very weird, but there you go. Weird. I don't know. Okay. I'll accept that that's what they want. That's what it calls for. Anyway, yeah, if you break contract law, it's typically $1,000 per copy sold, and if you're an unfortunate employee who... This is at least from what I learned from GameStop. It's not to say that another company can do this to you, but if your company has this, then yeah, they can definitely do this to you at least. So, in terms of GameStop, right? If I sold a game earlier than I was supposed to, the company takes $1,000 fine, which they could very, very much sue me for. Means that if I sold multiple copies, they can sue me $1,000 per copy, so they could sue me to pay their fines, which now I just dropped stuff that I didn't want to drop. Hold on. Alrighty, so I got everything back in order. I put these two together. It's like little rubber bits, and there you go. They're two separate pieces. Figured get ahead. PCH, which I need two. What? Okay, I guess that's wants two of them. Okay, cool. Get that in there. Oh, but Jesus. Okay, everything's going all over the place. I do not have enough space in the desk. You know, I was telling to oh yeah, copyright law. So not copyright, but anyway. So yeah, they can definitely sue me for the money that I essentially cost the company, which that understandably makes sense. So yeah, street date law is very important in the gaming industry, just because if you're a bonehead and you go ahead and sell a game earlier than you're supposed to. Now, I want to make something clear. GameStop, Walmart, Target, etc., 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 they do not have the games months in advance. No, they do not. I promise you this. No one has your game that early. At most, they'll maybe have it a week early. At most. I think that's about the closest I've seen anything coming out early. Unless the developers announce that, hey, we've managed to actually allocate extra time to this game, so it's releasing early. Yay! Like, unless somehow that happens, then no, your game is definitely not in the store. Like, I've had people come in, they're like, hey, so you got the game, right? And I'm like, no. Like, come on. Come on, I know you got it. And I'm like, no, we actually don't. It hasn't come out yet. We actually had one guy straight up accuse us of hiding the game. That has happened. Yeah, we had a guy flat out accuse us that we were hiding the game and that we weren't, I don't know, some bullshit that we were hiding it because we wanted it for ourselves and no one else, and cr- this guy was on something. He had to be. He was up there. One of those people, you know what I mean? Um I'm gonna try to break this down in a way that makes sense to me. So that's PCT, which that sounds like a narcotic. What was in there? I've also had people try to convince me to sell them a game early, and my immediate response to them was one that you probably wouldn't expect. Guy would come in, and I would get this a lot from like younger guys too. They come in, like say Call of Duty or Call of Duty, sports games, whatever. Hey, you guys got this game? I'm like, well, it comes out tomorrow. They're like, you could sell it to me early, right? Nah, I can't. Come on, man. You know you can. I'm like, well, okay. Tell you what, I'll sell it to you early. If you right now give me $1,000 in a new job. And they're like, for real? I'm like, yeah, for real. Do you think? I'm like, do you think I'm telling you no? I don't want your money right now because I just hate money? Or do you think maybe there's possibly a reason why I don't want your money right now? Maybe it has something to do with the fact I don't want to get fired. This is a shit job, yes, but I don't want to get fired right now. I'd like to stay employed, thank you. So, yeah, people would look at you like you're nuts. I remember watching this one dude. I didn't particularly like his channel. I don't remember his name. I didn't particularly like him because his entire channel was demonizing GameStop. And understandably, I get why he was against the company, right? He didn't. I don't know. Like some things, I feel like he blew out of proportion. Though there were a couple of his stories that I thought were actually pretty good. Like one, I think what was he telling? That a dude thought how slick he was. He had pulled off this major heist at GameStop. Like, the guy tried to steal like a bunch of, I think it was Maddens, and he left them in the garbage the night before. And they had found on the camera that he took out the garbage and then may or may not have left them out there. Lo and behold, this dum dum decided to. I'm talking about the thief, not the content creator. I want to make this clear. This dum dum had the brilliant idea of forgetting his hoodie in the dumpster where he left his games. So clearly, they put two and two together. So they go up to him and they're like, "Hey, you know whatever happened to those games?" Like, "Oh no, man, those are probably gone, dude. I don't know." Like, cool, so then why did we find your hoodie out there? So, his only answer to them was, you know, dude, that hoodie does some strange things sometimes. Like, dude, really? Do you really think that's... Do you really think that's an answer that they're gonna accept? Oh, you know what? This guy, he's got a magical hoodie. He's absolved. Yep. Nope. I've heard stories. Don't mess with those North Face jackets. The animals, they come back. They come back and haunt you at your job. But you see, you must tame your hoodie. Let it know you're the boss. Let me tame these frickin' pieces of plastic so they stop falling all over the place. Holy Jesus. They're all connecting to one another. Stop it. I would save so much time on this video if I didn't have such a tiny desk. Like, if I had more space to work with. One day when I move out, I plan to get a much bigger desk. I actually want to get one of those desks from Staples with, like, where it's the L shape. I want one of those. That'd be nice. Anyway. Yeah, so, like, some of the answers you get from people, like, not even just that guy. Granted, I've never worked with that guy. I don't know who this guy is personally, so I just know that this story was coming from a YouTuber. But just some of the answers you get from customers, you look at them like, are you really that stupid? Like, okay, either you think I'm that stupid, or you are this stupid. It's one of the two, and... Oh, okay, this is a weird one. Okay. Okay, well, you're garbage. Anyway, yeah, like some of the answers you get out of people... I'm trying to think of something. There was a situation I had, and I remember there was a customer, and he gave me the biggest bogus answer possible, and I looked at him like he had 12 heads. I don't remember what he told me. I can't remember for the life of me. If I can remember, I'll tell you guys. I mean, I have had people try to BS me plenty of times. Plenty of times. I had one dude who thought that he was slick. Now, one thing that a lot of you probably don't realize that GameStop does, and we very often would do this. There's a reason why GameStop is so on their game with their price tags usually. They try to, at least. Because we have brilliant... Well, okay, not just that. I'm not thinking my words right. If you ever go to GameStop, take a look at their used games. One thing you're going to notice, specifically the used, not the... Take a case that says new and take a case that says used. And usually there is a difference between the two, a major difference between the two, and you're going to see this immediately. Well, not immediately, you got to look at it. You're going to notice that the used case has 2 labels on it, whereas the new one is only going to have 1. The used has a price tag on the front and an ID label on the back. The new, on the other hand, only has the 1 price tag. That's it. I did this backwards, again, because I am a special snowflake that is super, super stupid. How do I keep doing this? How do I keep putting things backwards? Okay, there we go, we got it. And then, okay, before I do something really stupid, you go like this, and then... Damn it, this fell out. I'm just trying to figure out how this all works together. So you go like this, and then... in. Okay, there we go. But yeah, if you look on their cases, they're going to have a new and a used... I'm sorry. New is going to have just 1 tag. It's going to be the price. And then the used is going to have a new and... I'm sorry, it's going to have a used price tag and ID. The reason for this is because we've had people in the past think they're slick and try to swap prices. So, the way we're trained, little do anybody realize, the way we're trained, always, 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 always scan the ID tag. Always scan the ID, not the price. Never scan the price tag, because if the customer is slick and they think, hey, I'm going to get one over on these guys, I'm going to swap a price tag, and they're going to give me, say, Call of Duty Cold War at the price of NBA 2K 20. Haha, I'm gonna pull a fast one. No, you're not. No, you're not. We're not that stupid. We can be dumb. Our company can be very stupid. GameStop can be very stupid. Trust me. But we're not that stupid. We know your game before you're playing it. We know how customers are. Trust me. I had a guy pull that one on me. I think it was Def Jam that he brought up. NASCAR. Fallout. And I scan his games. I scan the IDs. And then he goes, oh, hey, you mispriced me. I'm like, how? I look at the games. I look at the titles. I'm like, no, everything's right. He goes, no, one of those games is cheaper. I'm like, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. I'm like, no, they're correct. He goes, no, you definitely did. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? So I look. Lo and behold, one of them's prices was wrong. I'm like, well, that can't be right. How did we misprice this? I look carefully at the tag, and sure enough, different price label. Further looking at it, I noticed that the price label had been removed and replaced. So this guy, definitely, he removed the tag off one, put it on the other. And now he's trying to pass it off like we did this. And I told him, like, no, we definitely wouldn't do this. He goes, well, why is that? And I'm like, well, for one, looking at the tag, it's very likely that a customer removed it for some reason. Why, I can't tell you, because I don't know. But a customer definitely did. It could have been a kid. I knew it was him. Let me teach you guys something. If you guys are young, and you haven't started working yet, and you're going to start working in retail, learn from me. Do not accuse your customer of anything, even if you know for the fact that he is lying out his ass, even if you can sit there and smell the BS coming out of his mouth. Do not accuse. Even if you're right, don't accuse, because the last thing you want to do is give this guy a reason to fight, and then he's going to cry and wail and moan and bone and whatever, and then he's going to go to corporate, and it's going to get really stupid. Don't give him that opportunity. Play the game. Just play the game. I'm telling you, it's going to make your life a lot easier. So I'm like, yeah, it could have been just some stupid kid who swapped the price tag. Look at him, hint, hint. Don't say anything. A kid probably just swapped the label, it happens. But no, we wouldn't have done that. That's not our fault. The price label's very clearly swapped. You could tell because of the fact that the label was tampered with. So I can't honor that price. Oh, okay, walks out. Would you believe this guy 5 minutes later decides to try again, walks in and goes, hey, can you honor that price? Like, you sure? I'm like, no! Okay. And he walked out defeated. I'm like, no, like, stop it. Like, dude, you're a grown man. There's a point where it's a difference between, hey, I'm just gonna try and see what I can do here, and then at one point it just becomes sad. Like, dude, be adults. Be an adult. Another adult told you no, so you know what that means? No! Wait, is this supposed to be like this? No, it most definitely is not. Yeah, they made that way too solid. But lads, I think that's where we're going to leave this one for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. As always, if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy my nonsensical ramblings and my various stories from work, leave it in the comment section what you think, what your thoughts are, how you feel. I'm always there. I'm always willing to chat, so feel free. And if you want to come hang out with me and talk more about random nonsense, link in the description below for our Discord and our Guilded if you don't want to use Discord. Those are both options. Come hang out with us. We'll hang out, we'll game, we'll chat, we'll watch movies together. Lately, I've been working on thumbnails in the Discord when I can. And I'll just watch Brickleberry with you guys and chill, or I'll stream something. And we just hang out. It's a chill time. Feel free to join. Link in the description. And as always, if you want to help out the channel, any activity you leave helps out tremendously. So, things like comments, likes, dislikes, it helps. The more watch history that our channel gets into, the further our channel grows and the bigger the channel gets, and I really do appreciate the help. I will see you around the next one, guys. Thank you everyone so much. Love you all. Have a fantastic night, everybody. See you around the next one.